These will be my final show performances in London. This will be it. This is it. And when I say this is it, it really means this is it.
That way, if they did attempt to kill me or kill me like they killed Michael Jackson.
Does Kanye West know the real truth about Michael Jackson's death? New shocking details recently emerged about the King of Pop's suspicious death, and now Kanye is claiming that Michael was eliminated. But if this is true, who killed Michael Jackson? And what exactly did Kanye say about Michael's death? Let's break it down. It's been 14 years since we lost the King of Pop, Michael Jackson, and theories about his death that challenge the official narrative are still as widespread as ever. Michael Jackson's personal physician, Dr. Conrad Murray, was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter for having accidentally OD'd Michael with a powerful anesthetic. However, many public figures, including members of Michael's immediate family, have expressed doubt over the official ruling, claiming that Michael was framed by people who control the entertainment industry.
You believe it may have been. Do you still think that?
Absolutely.
Why?
Absolutely.
Why are you so sure?
I would never, ever think differently. Because first of all, Michael told me that they were going to murder him.
The latest celeb to claim that Michael was murdered is Kanye West, who recently alleged that if something happens to him, the industry will make it look like he's took his own life and then cover it up, just like they did with Michael. But before we get into all of that, let's go over some context first. Back in the summer of 2009, Michael Jackson was preparing for his highly anticipated comeback tour, This Is It, which was scheduled to kick off on July 13, 2009 in London. On June 24th, Michael was rehearsing for his tour at the Staples Center in LA, and his concert magician Ed Alonzo later recalled that Michael looked great and had great energy.
Expecting Michael Jackson to arrive momentarily, so there's a lot of confusion inside the tour. I've been speaking to his managers and people inside his circle for literally months, since news broke that he was going to be going to London's O2 Arena to do this big comeback series, and they've been saying every step of the way, he's healthy, he's healthy, he's healthy.
The rehearsal finished around midnight, and at 12:30 a.m., Michael returned to his rented mansion in the Holmby Hills district of Los Angeles. Michael suffered from severe insomnia for years, and he had a habit of taking multiple sleeping pills. And since he was exhausted from all the rehearsing, he had his personal physician, Dr. Conrad Murray, stay with him at the house and administer different drugs to help him fall asleep. Dr. Murray gave Michael multiple injections. However, it was already 10 a.m. on the following day, and Michael was still awake. At that point, Michael was in agony, and he asked Dr. Murray to give him milk, a slang term for the powerful anesthetic propofol. Dr. Murray injected Michael with propofol, and it looked like Michael had finally fallen asleep. Thinking that the propofol did the trick, Dr. Murray left Michael's bedside to use the bathroom. However, after he returned, he noticed that Michael wasn't breathing. According to Dr. Murray's testimony, he administered CPR for 10 minutes. However, he didn't call 911 right away, claiming that there was no phone in the house and he didn't know the exact address. Finally, around 12:20 p.m., one of Michael's security guards called 911, and the paramedics performed CPR for another 40 minutes before transporting Michael to the Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center.
Fire paramedic 33, what is your address of emergency?
Yes, sir. I need an ambulance as soon as possible, sir. Sir, we have a gentleman here that needs help, and he's not breathing yet. He's not breathing, and we're trying to pump him, but he's not.
Okay, how old is he?
He's 50 years old, sir.
50. Okay. Did anybody witness what happened?
No, just the doctor, sir. The doctor's been the only one here.
Okay, so the doctor see what happened?
Doctor, did you see what happened, sir? Sir, you just, if you can please.
We're on our way. We're on our way. I'm just passing these questions on to my paramedics while they're on the way there, sir.
Thank you, sir. He's pumping the chest, but he's not responding to anything, sir. Please.
Okay. We're on our way.
Dr. Murray's attorney later claimed that Michael had a pulse when taken out of the house. However, an official from the LA Fire Department offered a different account, stating that when the paramedics arrived at the house, Michael was already in full cardiac arrest and they didn't observe a change in his status on the way to the hospital. At the hospital, the doctors tried to resuscitate Michael for more than an hour, but sadly it was too late, and at 2:26 p.m. on June 25th, 2009, the King of Pop was pronounced dead.
With all these reports of Michael Jackson, or these multiple reports of Michael Jackson being dead, the LA Times coming out and saying he's in a coma, that really puts a big question mark over all the reports that he has passed away. So
Carlos, I'm going to cut you off because we do have now word, according to the Los Angeles Times is reporting that Michael Jackson has died.
But after the initial shock subsided, multiple conspiracy theories popped up on the internet, with many fans casting doubt on the official story. According to the autopsy report, Michael died from acute propofol intoxication, and his death was classified as a homicide. The report also stated that Michael was in good health for his age and that his heart was strong.
Contrary to how he was portrayed in the tabloid press, Michael Jackson was a fairly healthy 50-year-old before he died. This revelation comes from a copy of the Los Angeles County Coroner's report obtained by the Associated Press. It shows that the pop singer was 136 pounds when he died. That's in the acceptable range for a 5'9" man. His heart was strong, his kidneys and other major organs appeared to be normal.
Dr. Murray immediately emerged as the main suspect, and it was later determined he used a non-standard CPR procedure on Michael. Not only did Dr. Murray administer CPR on the bed instead of on a hard surface, but he also later testified he used one instead of 2 hands to perform chest compressions.
He's not breathing yet. He's not breathing, and we're trying to pump him, but he's not.
Okay. Okay, how old is he?
He's 50 years old, sir.
50, okay. He's unconscious, he's not breathing?
Yes, he's not breathing, sir.
Okay, and he's not conscious either?
No, he's not conscious, sir.
Okay. All right, do you have him, is he on the floor? Where's he at right now?
He's on the bed, sir. He's on the bed.
Okay, let's get him on the floor.
Okay.
Okay, let's get him down to the floor. I'm going to help you with CPR right now, okay?
The LAPD and the DEA launched an investigation. However, many fans speculated that the police were trying to uncover something because reports emerged in the media that the LAPD didn't seal Michael's house properly to prevent mishandling of evidence, which the LAPD later denied. Dr. Conrad Murray was subsequently charged and sentenced to 4 years in prison. However, to this day, many believe Dr. Murray was just a pawn used by powerful industry figures who wanted full control of Michael's music catalog. One interesting thing to point out here is that Michael Jackson didn't personally hire Dr. Conrad Murray, and Murray was actually brought in just 1 month before Michael died as part of an agreement with AEG Live, the promoter of Michael's London concerts. In fact, during Dr. Murray's trial, it was discovered that Michael didn't even sign Dr. Murray's employment contract. Several members of Michael Jackson's family have also expressed doubts over the official narrative, including Michael's daughter Paris, who once stated she was absolutely sure her father was murdered, and she even slammed AEG Live for working their performers to death. These allegations gained traction after The Sun published notes allegedly written by Michael in the weeks before his passing, in which he expressed his fear of being eliminated. "They are trying to murder me," one note read, while in another, Michael said he was scared for his life because the system wants to kill me for my catalog. Another note mentions AEG Live, and Michael complained that the company was putting too much pressure on him for the tour, which gave him a bad feeling. In 2010, Michael's 3 children and his mom, Catherine Jackson, sued AEG Live, claiming that the company negligently hired Dr. Murray. Michael's son Prince even testified in court that Michael was being overworked while preparing for his comeback tour, and he apparently complained to his family that they were going to kill him.
Prince said his father would cry after phone calls, saying, quote, "They're going to kill me. They're going to kill me."
However, the jury ended up ruling in AEG Live's favor, arguing that AEG didn't know Dr. Murray would be unfit to perform the work for which he was hired. But despite the official ruling, Michael's younger sister LaToya later went on an interview spree, claiming that Michael was taken out because he was worth so much more dead than alive.
About Michael, it sounded like you actually believed that he truly thought he was going to be murdered.
Oh, no, I did. When he first told me, AJ, I have to be honest, I didn't believe it. I said, Michael, come on, you're Michael Jackson. Who in the world would do this? Nobody would try to kill you. I mean, it would be world news and everybody would know about it. You're not going to do it. But he was so passionate and adamant about it and says, you don't understand. It's all about my catalog. This is what they want, and this is what they're going to do. And he was terrified. He was a very happy-go-lucky person. He loved amusement parks and the whole bit. But I saw him just get withdrawn and nervous all the time. He says, you don't understand. This is very serious. This is a very serious matter. And it was.
LaToya also later said that Michael was killed by people who were controlling him. And she revealed that Michael was terrified because he knew these people were after him and his catalog.
He died. You've been quoted as saying you believe it may have been murder. Do you still think that?
Absolutely.
Why?
Absolutely.
Why are you so sure?
I would never, ever think differently. Because first of all, Michael told me that they were going to murder him. He was afraid. He was afraid for his life. Who was going to murder him? The people that were involved in his life, the people that were controlling him, where people come into your life, wiggle their way in, control you, manipulate, control your funds, your finances, everything that you have, and you must do what they tell you to do. And that's what Michael was going through. And he knew that everything that was happening to him was not kosher, it wasn't right, and it disturbed him greatly. And he kept saying it over and over and over again.
Interestingly, LaToya was often portrayed in the media as the crazy sister, much like Kanye West was labeled crazy when he recently started speaking out against dangerous Hollywood executives. See, Kanye has been trying to warn us for a long time about shady practices in the music industry, and he even recently claimed that a lot of people go missing in Hollywood when they dare to speak out against the status quo.
You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize.
But Kanye didn't stop there, and in another recent interview, he explicitly stated that Michael Jackson was Kanye was discussing the way that the media can easily twist the narrative surrounding celebrity deaths, and he accused conservative political pundit Ben Shapiro of spreading rumors about him being mentally unstable, so in case he ends up dead, they could easily claim he took his own life.
And then Ben Shapiro is running this narrative that I'm gonna kill myself, right? And he's like, oh, due to his mental health, he's gonna kill himself. That way, if they did attempt to kill me or killed me like they killed Michael Jackson or JFK, or Aaron, what is the guy's name? Aaron Carter, the guy who wanted to talk to me about the Harley Pasternak situation. If they did do that, they would say, oh, it's Ye's mental health.
Now, of course, all of this boils down to profit because artists only earn a fraction of what the record labels earn. And many fans are now saying that Michael Jackson isn't the first nor the last artist who lost their life as soon as they tried to break free of industry control. And there are so many celebrity deaths that just don't make any sense. Biggie, Whitney Houston, Prince. Notice how all were talented singers and whose music still make millions for the record labels. One fan commented, MJ's death happened just a short time after he declared he had had enough all the show business system. It's always been the same for all celebrities denouncing that shady system officially. And another person added, they always say these celebs are worth more dead than alive. Same thing with Whitney. And if you research her death, she knew she would be killed. She said it before a pre-Grammy show. I almost drowned again. And how did she die? She drowned in her bathtub. Once they've used them up and turned them into crazed drug addicts, they dispose of them. But how do you feel about Kanye claiming MJ was murdered? Do you think there's any truth to these claims? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to check out this next video.